Let's jump right into it. I know one fear a lot of teachers have with cloud-based storage, such as Google Drive, is that they're not going to be able to access their lesson slides or lesson plans if the internet goes down. But the first Google Drive feature is making your files available for offline use. A lot of teachers don't know this, but you can make your Google Slides, Google Sheets, and Google Docs available for offline use, which means you can still open and use them even if you do not have internet access. So this is perfect if you live maybe in a more rural area where the internet is not always reliable, or if you're just paranoid like I am and you're worried you're going to come into work one day and not have internet access, you definitely need to check out this feature. First, you do need to be using the Chrome browser, which I highly recommend you use anyway. I've covered this in previous videos, but there are a lot of aspects of the Chrome browser that I personally really like, and I think you would as well. So if you are not already using Google Chrome, I will link it for you down in the description box. It is a free download. So you're going to open up Google Drive within your Chrome browser, and you're going to click on the settings gear in the top right corner and then select settings. You're going to come down to the offline section and you're going to check the box next to create, open, and edit your recent Google Docs, Sheets, and slide files on this device when offline. As soon as you click that box, it's going to prompt you to install an add-on for your Google Chrome, an extension. So go ahead and click install. It's going to open up a new tab and you're going to click the blue add to Chrome button over on the right-hand side. It will just take a few seconds to add this and then you are good to go. Now you can go back to your Google Drive and you will be able to check that box. You will notice down in the bottom left-hand corner, it says it is setting up offline. This could take a few seconds or a few minutes depending on how many files you currently have in your Google Drive. Now that I have enabled offline access for my files, I can go in and individually make the slides or the docs or the sheets available for offline use. Obviously, you don't want to do this with every file because that's just not necessary. You really want to focus on those slides or those docs that you need every single day to be able to teach from. I'm going to go into a set of example slides that I have. So I'm going to go in my teaching folder, go to examples, and we will use this example science lesson. There are two different ways you can make it available for offline use. The first way is to right click and then select available offline. You will notice down in the bottom left corner, it says it is making one file available offline. It takes a couple of seconds. If I right click again, I will notice that that toggle is now blue, which means it is available for offline use. Just to show you the other way, I'm gonna go ahead and make it no longer available offline by toggling that back. Now I'm gonna double click to open up the slides in their own tab. Now that I have opened the slides, I'm gonna select File and then choose Make Available Offline. And down at the bottom, it tells me the document is now available offline. Now at the current moment, this is only available for Google Slides, Google Docs, and Google Sheets. So basically those Google files. But from what I read online, it is coming soon where you will be able to do it for PDFs, JPEGs, and other file types. A helpful feature within this feature is the offline preview. This allows you to see what files you would have available if you were to lose internet. So up at the top, this circle with the check mark, I'm going to toggle offline preview on. You will notice the Google Slides that I just made available offline is showing as full color. I would be able to access this if I lost internet. But if I go back to my teaching folder and I go to, let's say, my sub binder, notice it is grayed out. I would not have access to that file if I were to lose internet. So you can use that offline preview just to make sure that everything is in place when it comes to your offline files. As I mentioned, you wouldn't want to or need to do this for every file. For example, my Meet the Teacher letter. I use it at the beginning of the year, but I'm not going to need to open it up on a random Tuesday in November. So that is not a file I would need to have available for offline use, but my daily teaching slides is something I would definitely want to make available for offline use so I could access them even if I lost internet.